So, but that also brings me to, okay, well, what's the story of how you got to teaching therapists about the creative process, from clients to professionals?
Yeah. So, looking back on my career, that's such a sort of a organic process. It was a creative emergence. So I spent 10 years in community mental health, did a lot of really intense work with county mental health system and Medi-Cal in California. It's the low income, really, really, really hard cases here. And I was ready to be in private practice. I had 3 kids at that point, and I was like, I am just not going to be a good mom with all of that I'm having to deal with. So I was faced with having to network and market my private practice. And so I just decided that I thought people should pay me to market to them. And the way that I figured out that could happen was that I could invite really cool people. Most of the therapists, most of my friends are therapists, and they're really cool people. So invite really cool people to make art with me and tell them about what I do. And so I started teaching. I know.
Very smart.
And then give them an incentive that they get continuing education in order to come, right?
So art was already like your playground, it was already your space. So you were like, come do it with me. Kind of like me in the book club, guys. You were like,
there you go. That's right.
With me, because I'm going to do this anyway. And then I can talk to you about what I'm doing. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I had it more like it was self-care. So it was sort of, I never marketed it as self-care because therapists, darn it, we therapists don't come for self-care. And that is just a really tragic, awful thing. So you have to trick therapists. This is good for your clients. And then, it's really good for you too. So they would come learn about art so they could use it for their clients, but have to use it for themselves as the experience, fall in love with that, fall in love with the space, sharing with each other, common kindred spirits, the sense of belongingness, it's all feel good. And when you nurture the creative process, this is what we started to find out, when you nurture the creative process through art or other creative endeavors, you become a more creative therapist. It translates like that without even having to try. Yeah.
It's such a great example of how following just who you are in your business is what's going to bring you joy, and longevity.
For sure. I was just thinking about that, and I was writing a little blog post about that, and that sense of like that idea of belongingness. And, if you don't have it, I'm a weirdo, who wants to come make art with somebody? I didn't know anybody else who wanted to do that. And that was like, the other people want to go for walks or go to movies. It's like, I want to make art, Yeah. And, if you don't have that, then why not create a community where that's naturally going to happen? And then the sense of belongingness comes to you. And it's a really beautiful thing.